This episode is brought to you by Bleacher Report. How do you follow sports? From college football to the NBA, Bleacher Report brings you the latest news, live scores, and epic highlights from your favorite leagues, teams, and athletes, all in one app. Dive into exclusive shows hosted by your favorite athletes and original Bleacher Report series with breaking news, rumors, and predictions all season long. Download Bleacher Report to personalize your coverage.
The number one selling product of its kind with over 20 years of research and innovation. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
Looking for a pickup truck to get just about anything done? Look no further. The Chevy Silverado EV isn't just the most powerful Silverado ever, with next-level towing capability and technology. It also offers game-changing versatility with the available multi-flex midgate and tailgate, which means Silverado EV helps you carry large, bulky, and oddly shaped items up to nearly 11 feet in length. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Visit Chevrolet.com to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first, like you know to check the date of the big game first before you accidentally buy tickets on your 20th wedding anniversary and have to spend the next 20 years of your marriage making up for it. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Welcome back to Rams Up, your favorite LA Rams podcast. We are part of the Fans First Sports Network. You can follow us on our YouTube channel as well at LA Rams Up. I'm your host, Mark. I'll be joined occasionally by my football gurus, Paul and Ian. Let's get to it. What's going on, Ram fans? Well, we have done it. After a 1-4 start, the Rams are officially the NFC West champions. Hopefully you caught the little video we put out Sunday night, Ian, Paul, and I kind of celebrating the fact, thanks to that Commanders overtime win, and in all likelihood, well, actually almost for certain, the Rams are going to lock it up next week anyways, but it's nice to be able to go into the Seattle game, play some backups, rest some players, and just as fans relax and enjoy a game. Because of the clinching scenario, well, we did the post-game reaction Saturday night, and then we had that video last night. Did not have the opportunity to put out my recap, so that's what I'm doing today. And we'll come back later this week with another roundtable talking about the Seahawks game and the various playoff possibilities. We know we're going to be hosting either the Vikings, Packers, Lions, or Commanders. All of them are possibilities. One scenario I wouldn't mind, how about the Rams lose to the Seahawks? Very possible, because I don't think McVay is really going to care that much about where he's seated, whether it's 3 or 4. Meanwhile, the Lions fall to the Vikings, and the Rams host the Lions at SoFi Stadium in the wild card round. Would that be interesting? Absolutely. And it's also a big advantage for the Rams in that scenario. The Lions would be coming off a painful loss, we would guess, to a divisional rival, a team everybody's been celebrating all year long, tumbling to the 5 seed and not winning their division. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but under this scenario, then they have to travel to Los Angeles to take on the Rams, and they're really banged up on defense. Hey, still be a big challenge for the Rams team. The Lions would still be favored, but that's one scenario that wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, I don't care who we get. Rams are going to have a shot, though. So let's get into my recap, hand out some game balls. identify my fearsome 5 big plays of the game this time around. Wasn't pretty, but it was a W. The Rams definitely need to take it up a notch on offense in the playoffs, though, or this could be a very short run indeed. Let's walk through this fairly uneventful first half of the Rams-Cardinals game. First 5 possessions, 5 punts, and then Arizona on their third possession, 10 plays, 67 yards. But that last play of that drive, a 4th and 1, and we knew they were going to be doing this. Thought they would do it more, actually. 4th and 1 from the Rams 14, Jared Verse and Omar Speights and a bunch of other guys stuff the run, and the Rams get the ball. Cardinals turn it over on downs. But the Rams go 3 and out, so 4 possessions for the Rams, 4 punts. Another Arizona punt, and the Rams finally get something going. A nice drive. They start at their own 40, so good field position. 9 plays, 60 yards. The big play, a 29-yard pass to Cooper Kupp, which would turn out to be his only catch of the game. 15 yards to Nacua. Stafford on 2nd and 10 scrambles for 12 yards to the Cardinal 14. Rams are set up 1st and goal from the 4, and Kyren eventually scores 3rd and goal from the 1, barely gets in, but the Rams are up 7-0. Another Arizona punt. Rams get the ball at their 23. This is the drive where Nacua converts a 3rd and 10, or did he? And that was a really big call, really big decision by the guys up top to not review that. They probably should have. It was under 2 minutes left in the half. So any review would have had to come from up top. But that's kind of on the Cardinals too. They should have called a timeout there. That would have given them time to review it. So another example of NFL coaches and their staff mismanaging games. If you saw that Bengal-Bronco game, there were probably 5 examples in that game where odd decisions were made, and this is one by Gannon not opting to call a timeout there. 2 passes to Nacua on this drive of 25 and 7 yards after that conversion, and then 3rd and 3 from the Cardinals 35. A pass to Kupp would have converted, but he drops it, and the Rams settle for the field goal. Cardi hitting a 53-yarder to give the Rams a 10-0 lead. Halftime stats, time of possession in favor of the Cardinals, almost 7 minutes. First downs, 8 apiece. Third down conversions, Rams 4 for 9, Cardinals 2 for 7. It seems like the Rams were 3rd and long a few times. Pretty even passing yards, 124 for the Cardinals, 123 for the Rams. Cardinals 47 yards rushing to the Rams 44. Stafford 8 for 20. Kyren 8 rushes for 35 yards in the TD, a healthy 4.4 average. Nacua 6 catches for 88 yards, and at halftime, Braden Fisk had 2 sacks and Byron Young had 1. Now that sack that they awarded to Young, technically, that's probably what they should have done. He was the guy that touched Murray down, but it was the pressure from Verse that caused Murray to stumble and fall. Now, I don't think Verse laid a hand on him, so Young gets the sack. But it was really the pressure from Verse that created that sack, in my opinion. So into the second half, Rams leading 10-0. Arizona takes opening kickoff, 13 plays, 68 yards, very methodical drive. They had a 3rd and goal from the Rams 2, and Michael Hoyt is called for a hold on Trey McBride in the end zone. Sorry, did not see it. Gives the Cardinals a 1st and goal, and on 2nd down, Trey McBride gets his first touchdown of the year, and we knew it was coming eventually. The Cardinals' leading receiver nearing 100 catches. He may have actually exceeded that in this game, but he gets his first touchdown in Week 17. Great tight end. Kind of happy for him, actually, but after the missed point after, the Rams still have a 10-6 lead, and that would turn out to be a monumental missed extra point. Rams' ensuing possession, Joseph Noteboom called for a hold, sets the Rams back, and they cannot recover. 3rd and 3, they hit Higbee for 2 yards, not enough, and McVay opts to punt as he probably should have. And Arizona has the ball again, 14 plays, 80 yards, 21 yards to Marvin Harrison and 23 yards to Harrison. Again, the 2 big plays on that drive. 4th and 4 from the LA 10, though, And this is where I thought the Cardinals should have went for it, but they kicked the field goal to cut the Rams' lead to 1. Rams up 10-9. Into the fourth quarter now, and yes, the Rams were blanked in the third quarter yet again, but they do add a field goal in the fourth quarter. Big play on that drive, a 21-yard pass to Nakua to the Arizona 8, but they can't punch it in. They open up the lead to 13-9 after the Cardi field goal. The next two Arizona possessions, their last two possessions, in fact, both ended in interceptions. Kyler Murray, 4th and 10 from the Rams 40, chucks it up, jump ball in the end zone, and Cam Kinchins decides to catch it rather than knock it down. Rams could have had the ball at the 40, but instead they're deep in their own end, and they go 3 and out. And the Cardinals, they're not dead, and they go on a nice little drive, and you're kind of thinking this game is going south on the Rams really quickly. Cardinals eventually have a 1st and goal from the Rams 5 with 42 seconds left, and then Murray throws the ball a little bit early as Trey McBride is getting open in the flat. Probably would have been a touchdown, but he throws it too early. McBride isn't ready for it. It hits him in the helmet, bounces in the air, and Ahkello Witherspoon makes an incredible interception, just snagging it before it hits the ground. Actually, it may have hit the ground, but it is ruled an interception, and the Rams close it out. Got a little dicey there because they were at like the half-yard line. A safety there would have put them in a very precarious situation, but Stafford is able to take the knees, run out the clock, and the Rams escape with a 13-9 win.
This year, Santa's bringing the power of Energizer into his workshop.
Whoa, the Energizer Bunny's got so much power.
Wait, he's powered up all the toys. I think that means we're done for the year.
I love this bunny.
He's the hardest working helper the North Pole has ever seen. And he wants all your gifts to have the power of the #1 longest lasting AA battery. So this holiday season, stock up on Santa's and the elves' favorite battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
Kroger Delivery makes it easy to do your holiday shopping in a jingle. There might be a lot on your to-do list, but thanks to Kroger Delivery, you can get everything you need delivered straight to your door at the same great prices you'd find in store. Our refrigerated trucks always ensure that your groceries arrive fresh. And right now, you can save $20 on your first order of $75 or more and get free delivery with a Boost membership. Restrictions apply. See site for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
At Sierra, you'll always find apparel, footwear, and gear for 20 to 60% less than department and specialty store prices. But right now, it's clearance time, so you can save even more on everything you need to get active and outside. Visit your local Sierra store today.
Screwball peanut butter whiskey? Why the hell not? A little salty, a little sweet, a little savory, and always smooth. Screwball, the original peanut butter whiskey that's unexpectedly delicious. Visit ScrewballWhiskey.com to learn more. That's Screwball with a K. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2023 Screwball Spirits, LLC, New York, New York.
Final stats of note, and really incredible the Rams won this game. Cardinals had the ball for almost 14 more minutes than the Rams. They doubled them up on first downs, 24-12. Total yards, 396 to 257 in favor of the Cardinals. Cardinals ran 20 more plays, 74-54. Puts a lot of stress on your defense, so you got to give them a shout out. They actually had a pretty good game considering how anemic the offense was for much of the game. Passing yards, 321 to 189 in favor of the Cardinals. Rushing yards, 113 to 68 in favor of the Cardinals. Rams sacked Murray 4 times for 38 yards. Stafford kept clean again, was not sacked. On offense, Kyron Williams, 13 rushes for 56 yards, 4.3 yards per carry, and Puka Nacua, another 100-yard game, 10 catches for 129 yards. The rest of the team, 7 catches for 60 yards. The tight ends combined for 2 catches for 9 yards. That was all Tyler Higbee. DeMarcus Robinson and Tutu Atwell shut out Jordan Whittington, 1 catch for 6 yards. What a contrast to what the Cardinals did. McBride, 12 catches for 123 yards. Harrison, 6 for 96. Elijah Higgins, 2 for 23. Michael Wilson, 4 for 22. Zay Jones had a catch. Dorsch had 3 catches. Michael Carter, the running back, 2 catches. DJ Dallas had a catch. And James Conner had 2 catches. So the Cardinals spreading the ball around, keeping defenses off balance. The Rams, not so much. So what are my fearsome 4 big plays of the game? I'm not sure how many I have here actually. Gotten away from the 4 aspect of this over the past several weeks. But I'm going to say the first big play of the game from the Rams' perspective, and these are all from the Rams' perspective, what were the key plays that secured a win for them? And that 29-yard pass to Cooper Kupp on the first touchdown drive, well, their only touchdown drive, I'm calling that a fearsome big play because it was the first evidence of life from this Rams team, and it led to a touchdown. And fearsome big play number 2, how about that Stafford scramble, 2nd and 10 for 12 yards to set up the first down and the eventual touchdown. Rams lead 7-0. Fearsome big play number 3 was that Puka Nacua conversion on 3rd and 10 that probably wasn't. Rams probably were going to punt there, and that allowed them essentially to add 3 more points to their lead, 10-0 at halftime. Fearsome big play number 4, a little bit overlooked perhaps. Cardinals facing a 2nd and 10 from the Rams 40, and Kobe Turner with the sack, setting up a 3rd and 17, and eventually a 4th and 10, which led to the Cam Kinchins interception. I'm not calling Cam Kinchins interception one of my big plays because it was a 4th down. It was essentially a punt, and it actually could have turned out a little bit better if he had not intercepted it. But the sack by Kobe Turner on 2nd and 10, setting the Cardinals back, kind of set that all up. And fearsome big play number 5, you know what that is. Ahkello Witherspoon with the acrobatic snag interception at the end of the game there to secure the win. What a play. Cardinals were set to score there, and they probably would have. That play could be the play that launches the Rams into the playoffs. Those are my fearsome 4 big plays. Well, 5. My fearsome 5 big plays of the game. Well, let's hand out some game balls. Who is deserving? Well, I'm going to start with Ahkello Witherspoon. It was one big play, but it was a gigantic play. And I think he deserves a game ball just for that singular play at the end of the game there. And Puka Nacua, he's in that realm now where just give him a game ball every game perhaps. 10 catches for 129 yards, contributed blocking as well. And Braden Fisk had a very impactful game as well, pitching in 2 sacks. And how about Ethan Evans? 6 punts, 49.8 average, as long of 57, 4 inside the 20. 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken, inside the 5. He had a really good game. He did have the one bad kick. We'll give him a pass on that. Ethan Evans, a very solid punter at this point. Real quickly, comment on the coaching, refs, and announcers. I'll start with the announcers. I actually really enjoy Kurt Warner. Respect his knowledge of the game. Very even-handed. And Rich Eisen. I'm not a big fan of Rich Eisen generally, but he had some really good lines in this broadcast, so kudos to him. Pretty good broadcasting team overall. The refs, not a big issue. They seem to be a little flag happy, though, and that call on Michael Hoyt, didn't see it. As for the Rams and McVay's approach to this game on offense, they didn't have the ball much, but maybe if they leaned on the run a little bit more, that would have changed that. Now, Kyren wasn't exactly gashing the Cardinals' defense early. Blake Corum could get nothing done. But they needed to be a little more creative, I think, on offense and get the ball to Kyren in different ways. The passing game just wasn't working. I'll be interested to see what Ian and Paul have to say on the run attack, the strategy, the tactics used in this game, in the run game. Boy, it's a lot more fun watching the Cardinals offense at this point than watching the Rams offense. Just not a lot of creativity, finding ways to get playmakers the ball, even our tight ends. Still very frustrating, the lack of their involvement in the offense, and Kyren Williams as well. as I said, going into this game. The Rams can run the ball on the Cardinals. They just have to decide that's what they're going to do. But after these long drives by the Cardinals, I really sense that McVay gets a little bit overly urgent. Feels like they have to get something done quickly in the passing game rather than just handing the ball off, getting the ball to Kyren Williams in different ways, and involving different people in the offense. Just a lack of patience overall, I think. So now it's wait and see. Find out who our first round opponent is. Get through this Seattle game. Be very interesting to see how the Rams approach this. Well, we kind of know how they're going to approach it, but which guys are going to play? Some of them are going to have to play, right? You can't sit out all the starters. The roster's just not big enough to do that. We'll talk about that more at the round table and talk about all of our possible opponents in that wild card round. That's going to do it for this episode. Remember, you can reach us at ramsuppodcast@gmail.com. And don't forget about our YouTube channel. Our handle is at laramsup.com. Till next time, keep the horns up, stay safe, and have fun out there.